I mean, was there a tension between the black gangs and the Mexican gangs where you grew up?
Um, there definitely is, but it doesn't have to do with race. It has to do with where they're at and if they disrespect it or not like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause for instance, like if it was a racial thing in Pomona, which it's not, you know what I mean? Some areas are, you know what I mean? Like in LA, sometimes it's racial, you know what I'm saying? But in
Yeah.
Pomona, it wasn't. In Pomona, it's like, okay, we don't fuck with you, you know what I mean? Because this, you know, because a certain thing we don't fuck with you. You share a neighborhood with other people that we don't like, so now fuck you too. Or you want to whack us out, you want to cross us out on the wall, okay, so fuck you too, like that. You
So
know what I
that
mean?
that still happens.
Yeah,
So the whole tagging and the crossing out and all that,
yeah,
that's
it happens.
still
Yeah,
that's still a thing.
that's like a that's like a how would I say it? Like a calling. Like I'm calling you out. Like let's play. Like when we were young
Hmm.
and like writing on walls, like I'll put my neighborhood and I'll be like, and I'll put like literally like let's play,
Hmm.
meaning like come on, let's, you know what I mean, let's go, like come
Well,
over here and whack us out so we can, you know what I mean, back and forth type shit.
well, Big Trady
Uh
is a
huh.
regular guest on VladTV.
Okay. Yeah.
He's Insane Crips
All right.
from Long Beach. He detailed a situation where he was with like his relatives, some kids and stuff like that. They were going to like grab something to eat, and he ran into one of his enemies.
And I went in the store, but I didn't have the right amount of change to get what I wanted to get. So I walked back out and was getting the change from Rocky. When I walked back, it just got some kind of like funny feeling. And I looked back at the dude, and he was jacking off a little automatic weapon, and he just started popping. So I was right in front of the car, so I ran away from the car. I ran back past him into the store, so I would draw the fire away from the kids. And he shot me in passing, shot me in the back. Uh, Lungs collapsed. I had a catheter, and my shit had to get 32 staples in my stomach.
They managed to get him to a hospital fast enough, so he ended up surviving.
That's blessings right there for
Yeah,
real.
and he, I asked him what he would do if the guy, he doesn't know who shot him
Yeah.
exactly, but I asked him what he would do if the guy walked in the room right here, sat down next to him, and apologized to him. I open the door and I bring in this guy and I sit him down next to you and I'm like, "This is the guy who shot you."
Mm-hmm.
And he looks at you and said, "I'm sorry, man. I was tripping back then. I was gang banging. I was angry at the
I
world.
had that happen.
I'm older now. I got kids. I know who you are. I'm a fan of your music. My bad." What would you do?
That's right, homie. What's your name? All right, for sure. For sure. I appreciate that, homie. Apology wasn't even necessary. We was living that life at the time. Ain't no thing, man. For sure. If that give you some kind of closure or whatever, that's cool. Solid.
Wow. And you really mean that?
No, most definitely.
That makes sense. I mean, you know, people grow up, he's on a different path.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It does make sense, you know?
But just conceptually, when you think about this whole situation, that somebody that you don't know, you've never met, you've never had any words with, there's no bad business between the two of you. You see somebody who your gang doesn't get along with, and you and the other person are expected to try to kill each other. Your life is in danger with someone you've never met.
Essentially, yeah.
Does that really, when you think about it now as a 30-year-old adult who has a child, does that bother you at all?
Would I do it now? Am I in the streets doing it now? Nah, I wouldn't. I'm not running around banging on people. So I guess, you know what I mean? You just got to get smarter than that. I mean, when you focus on it, there's career like gangsters that want to do that for the rest of their life in the streets. You know what I mean? But you know, I have a lot to lose now, you know,
Yeah.
and I have the respect of my older homies and stuff. You know what I mean? Where I could just do my own thing and shit. And yeah, don't get me wrong at all. Like my neighborhood's always going to be close to my heart because these were my friends. These are people I grew up with. These are people that are still around me. You know what I'm saying? So it's more like, we're more unified. You know what I mean? This is like family. But to be actively out there, you know what I mean, trying to just attack people or looking for shit, it's shit that I wouldn't do now.
Okay, well, what if someone from what's considered an enemy hood walked in here and just started disrespecting you?
Oh, and it's on.
So you would still revert?
Yeah. You can't back down. I mean, I say it in my music too. You know what I'm saying? You can't. I mean, it didn't even matter. To be honest with you, if it was just a regular dude came in here disrespecting me, I'm a man. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, if he was from my rival gang, it would make it that much worse.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
With me, I wouldn't say anything.
Yeah.
I got way too much to lose.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I'm not risking. I'm not putting my life in danger
I feel you. I feel that.
over words.
Yeah,
Unless
that's
I was,
respectable. I don't take nothing away from that.
yeah.
I
I mean,
people.
I've protected my life before. I've been in some fucked up situations. Like,
Oh, yeah.
don't get it. I mean, things that I don't talk about on camera. But I'm just saying, someone talking to me, there's nothing a person could say to me that would cause me
Yeah.
to enter to respond with deadly force.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm not saying I'm trying to kill anybody, but at the same time, I'm not gonna let nobody disrespect me. You gotta look at it like this. It's just kind of like the way that we were raised, or I was raised, and like my brothers are raised. Respect is like a very, very a big thing that you have. Once you lose your respect in the streets, it's kind of like you're like not credible no more. Like people just look at you, you know what I mean, as look down upon you, you know. But in no way, in any form, am I trying to glorify shit when I speak in my music. You know what I'm saying? Even though my music's really, talks about the streets heavy, it's because of what I learn and what I know. I'm not trying to glorify it. I don't want nobody to go join the neighborhood right now. You know what I'm saying? Even if when I see little homies, people that I know and like they're like, oh yeah, I want to be from the neighborhood. I'd be like, you got to really think about that, man, because it's just a big responsibility,
Well, you have a son?
Yeah.
How old?
9.
Okay. What if he looks at you one day and says, Dad,
No.
I want to be just like you were.
And
just like my
as I
uncles.
were or as I am?
Like you were.
Nah, hell no.
And how all my uncles were. You would just say no.
I would say no. And hopefully he doesn't go that route and never thinks about that route. But I'm blessed to be able to keep him away from those surroundings now.
Right.
My mom, it was hard for them to protect us because we were deep into it.
Right. But you don't live there anymore.
Yeah, I live in the outskirts.